Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm not doing a Facebook Live. I just not vibing that in the moment, I guess. So here I am at the kids' school. I'm ready to pick them up. It's been 5 weeks since this deep dive into the third dimension began. And here we are 5 weeks later, and I'm picking up my kids from school. I'm still jumping through a few more hoops before Slater Gator Guy can come back home, but that's just the way it is, so I have to accept it and working on it. But yeah, what an interesting ride this has been. I don't regret anything ever in my life, and especially do not regret when it offers the opportunity for the truth to be seen. And in this situation, I've posted some information on it, but just out of my mouth so you can hear. I went to go tell my father that I love him and that I miss him and I forgive him for all of the horrible decisions he's made in his life. And upon arrival, his wife, who is extremely mentally deranged, a pathological liar, she called the cops. And she said that my friend, who was a military veteran who wouldn't hurt a fly, was banging the door down and hitting her. Never happened. I didn't even know that was her story until the next day, or even quite a few days later when I read the police reports. Because, police showed up quick there, and they're questioning everybody, but nobody questioned me. They were only talking to Gally, it's my father, and his wife. And I'm sitting at the end of the walkway with my little boy, with Slater, just waiting to be able to talk to somebody or let me leave. And the next thing I know, they're standing me up and they're saying, "Oh, we're taking you in." And I said, "Well, what am I being charged with?" Didn't say anything. And they took my purse off of me, thinking that they were going to find some kind of drugs or something, because what was Ted, what I found out after they had me sitting in the squad car for about an hour, when they finally took me down to the station, I was being charged with being on meth, because my father's wife said, "I have been a meth addict and an alcoholic from the age of 15. Wow. Wow. So, so when the deputy said, "Oh, we're taking you in for being on meth," and I said, "Excuse me? I'm not on meth. Yeah, I drank some wine earlier. Okay? So, since they took me in and Slater was with me and nobody questioned me or asked me if somebody could come and pick him up, and Gally, mind you, refused to let his grandchild stay with him until somebody could pick him up. That's pretty fucked up. Okay? I don't want Slater around him anyway, but just the fact that a grandparent could turn their grandchild away and put them willingly into this system, unbelievable. So, nobody asked me if somebody could come and pick up Slater, because Blue Jay would have come and picked him up in a heartbeat. And we wouldn't still be stuck in this fucking situation. So anyway, here we are. All my charges dropped by the arresting officers immediately. And this was even before my toxicology came in, mind you, which I found out recently. Because, of course, when they took me to the jail, they pulled my blood, and I said, "Take it. Take my blood, take my spit, take my nails, take my hair, take my skin, take my whatever you want. Take it. I'm not on meth." Dropped all my charges, scrubbed my arrest, said I wasn't even arrested. And meanwhile, I have nerve damage on my hand now from the cuffs. And then and I'm stuck with, if I would have stayed in jail, it's not that I could have if I wanted to, but I had to bail out because I needed to see what the heck was going on and get my little boy home. So now I'm stuck. I paid $4,000 to get out, and now I still owe $4,000 because they had me on two felony charges, being on meth and endangering my child, neither of which happened. This is what's called the third dimension, for those of you that don't understand it, and you can say cuckoo whatever you want. This is what goes on in the third dimension, and I'm deep in it right now, okay? But I'm shining the light on a lot of corruption that's going on. They had put a temporary safety plan on for Sage and Athena. I wasn't able to see them unsupervised or pick them up from school or anything the past 5 weeks. That expired on Wednesday, and I'm here to pick up my kids and move on with our life. So now it's like, okay, well, Sage and Athena can come and see me, so Slater's next. Okay, so in a lot of these situations, this system is set up for people to fail. Very, very, quite obvious. With all the hoops you have to jump through, and anybody, this tests your strength for sure. If you don't have the strength to push through, you're gonna fail. If you don't have the support within yourself, because I do have a nice support, very wonderful support network around me, not parents, not siblings, true blue family that's not blood related. And as far as siblings, one other thing on that one. My sister is a jealous, hateful, I hate to say it, but cunt. Yeah. And she's having her first baby, and she did not have anything nice to say about me when they interviewed her. And she also refused my child as well. And with the psychology training that I have, it's so clear as day that this individual is so full of hatred and jealousy, she can't even see straight. And she's willing to, in order to make herself feel better or whatever it is about her own life and how terrified that she is of becoming a mother, because she's extremely selfish individual, that she wants to try and defame me when I'm an amazing mother and I can do it with my hands tied behind my back. So I don't take it personal. This is just the hatred and jealousy that's bred inside of her, and she'll learn her lessons. And then my twin brother, same. Barely spoken to him in 10 years. Same with him. When they interviewed him, nothing kind. Nothing. In fact, he even said, I wish I had something nice to say about my sister. Really? Wow! And then he was asking to have my little boy placed with him. Really? Really? He's the one that has multiple DUIs, lost multiple relationships due to his substance use. And on top of that, his girlfriend left him a year ago or so or more, took his sons and their dog in the middle of the day or the night, whatever it was when he wasn't home, left him. And he wants to try and have my child? Okay. Sure. So, mind-boggling. It is. But these people are so low frequency, and they put out to the world that they are so advanced and so knowledgeable and, a certain kind of person that they are not. So, yeah, it's been interesting, and I'm totally fine with it. Completely fine with it, because truth is always going to come out. And the moral of this story is, I don't regret going to go tell my father I love him, not one bit. I did what was in my heart to do, and I did it. I have closure in that situation. That's actually going to end quite what you call poetic justice, because his wife is forcing him to put a restraining order on me. And my father was an attorney for 25, 30 years, whatever it was. And when we went into court a few weeks ago, it was heartbreaking because he didn't know what was going on. He kept looking back at his handler to see what to say. He's shaking. And I said, I need a continuance because I have another meeting right now and I need this job. And Gally said, no, we're not dropping this. He's shaking like a leaf, claiming he has all this evidence. I can't wait to see that. And the judge is telling him, okay, well, we're continuing the hearing. And he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop. So anyway, I'm going to be beating his motherfucking ass in court. Not necessarily him, but his deranged spawn of the devil, cunt wife. Because all my evidence is strong. And all of their corruption is shining very brightly. So moral of the story is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Even when you have your brother and your sister and your father coming down on you, trying to say shit that is not true, because this is their projections onto you and their derangement and their anger and their hatred and their jealousy that they have going on. Don't let that destroy you, because it very well could destroy a lot of people, and does when you get in this kind of situation. Don't ever give up. Fight for what's right, expose the corruption, keep pulling out the truth, and being true to yourself, and proving all the motherfuckers wrong. So, that's what I gotta say if anybody takes the time to watch this. Everything's going according to plan. I have no doubt about that. But yeah, so kids will be coming out soon, and we're gonna go to the Asian market because I most certainly was Asian in a past life. I cannot wait to go stock up on all my noodles and sushi kits and everything else. And I'm going to have a great afternoon with my kids. And to be continued. And it's going to continue very beautifully. Much love. I'll see you guys.